So yeah, right. So I'm going through the strong stocks here. This is part two of at the close video. So EFTR is the strongest since market open of the selection that I have. So let us show the criteria. So price is above. It's actually above C1. Price above yesterday, and at least over 0% up. So these are just by base criteria I use sometimes. Price history is price over 1, and then volume dollars, 5-day average above 1 million. So it's 10,000 plus 2 zeros. Should be 100. Yeah, $1 million. Just some small criteria. So we have 3,350 stocks in this one. And now something happened. So we got some news now. So this one just came in. So I'm going to check the news on this one. So reports breaking Wesley candidate in. So that came in at 10:01. And since I didn't have real time on this screen, it waited 10 minutes to reload. I only have one real time at time in TC 2000 because I pay for the platinum but not, or the gold but not the platinum or whatever they call it. And what's that? So that's cancer related and publication accepted by Frontiers. This publication, and yeah, it's coming up to 100-day. As you see, that's a big move. 100%, right? A bit more. 130. So 119 you can see here. So maybe I could see I have 1027, but if I move that to real time it's going to update. So now we actually got this is an IPO recent. That's interesting. I think that's too much for me to trade and in the pre-market. So perhaps if I would have seen it here, I could have traded, but I wouldn't have in this case. But you could trade it here if you went down to 1 minute chart and then, or tick chart, but I would go 1 minute. And then I would probably buy that one, and definitely that one, and that one, with pretty tight stops on the 1 minute stop. So, so one could really, this is easy to see now, but I mean, you won't look as great before this prints. So that's the truth. But it's coming down here, and we could let's do this. I can show you something. I was not going to do this. I was just going to go through strongest stock. So let's do an ADX indicator here. Let's take away the average because I don't care about that at all. And then let's put that to normal is 14. I'm going to do 12. And let me see. Have a look. I'm gonna see what I do in TradingView, so I'm not lying to you. So where is it? There we go. Let me see. So I do. Okay. Yeah, it really depends on. So I have one with 18. I think I have one with 12. I'm pretty sure this one is 12. Yeah, 12, and smoothing is 12. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I have. I'm gonna do that one. 18 and 18. So why can't I? This one is smoothing 12, length 28. But that's direction. Oh, so I can, in that one I can. This one, I have 18 and 18. Okay, so let's do the same as here. So I want that black. So normally, actually, if I could, I would write, like in TradingView, I wrote my own indicator with 30 marking, and also 15 marking. So like this is just trend strength, and actually this is annoying me. Let's do this white so we can't see it. I'm gonna save that, and then when I don't want it I can just do that. Anyhow, I'm most interested by the strength number, and usually when it's, so look over here. So let's go up in scale on this one. So we're still in the 5 minute, in the post market here, not pre-market of course. So it's coming up here, we're on the 1 minute, and when it's pulling back into the MA, in this case, this is the 5 EMA, the dashed line here, and this is the 9, and this one is VWAP. So it's coming back to the faster EMAs, and when it's doing that, it's up 61, which is really high. I mean, over 30 is high. So this is like over 30 is high already, especially on like daily. I haven't used it as much on shorter time frames, but I can't swear. Maybe we can look. Let's look at Tesla to have something to compare to. So, oh, something's happening with Tesla. Anyhow, like Tesla was moving here, and it's picking up some speed over here, and then after that, this takes a while to pick up. Of course, on the 5 minutes, it's going to be faster, but relatively. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but you see 30 is pretty high. Let's go out. So let's actually draw, this won't be seen on all charts, but let's draw a 30. we can actually, sometimes you can do edit, show all symbols like this. Let's see if it's gonna keep. So you see 30 is pretty high. Let's duplicate this actually. Put this to 15, which is going to be our low threshold. So as it comes about 20 actually, and just like both the move and the amount, the value is important. You can look up ADX on like, what is it called? Just Google it and look at that. ADX, and let's see, you look at, what is it called? Investopedia. You look at it there, and you read up about it here. Maybe you find some Google or YouTube video explaining it, whatever. You can read up on it here to understand it. This is not complete, I see. Oh yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, it continues here. It's a good one. You don't need an indicator, but you can use it for some things like this. So now let's get back to the last chart, this one. So now it's coming up to 10. That's going to be interesting. So I think I started video, what, here? Probably. Anyhow, it's coming down to the MAs here. As this one is above 30, well above 30, it's really strong, as you can see. And we have some news. Well, we look, there's some news. It looks okay, that's interesting. Those can move stocks. We're up a lot. It's like already up 100%, 109, but we're coming from a neglect, which is really fine because that means we have room to move. Anyhow, let's look at the 1 minute here. So it's coming down here towards the MA. Well, this is also increasing still. Like we can try above that, or if you want to be a bit more conservative, you can do it too. But I would buy as it either crosses the low of the close, either the low or the close of previous bar, or the top or the open of the previous bar. So either here or the top. It doesn't really matter. Just choose one of them. You're going to be more conservative the higher up you go. So in this case, I think since you can also buy these in anticipation, so that's a different way to, oh fuck, sorry about that. What happened? I don't know what I did. Oh, this is just an indication of news. Okay, so forget about that. So here, this can also be bought in anticipation if you want. That's a more difficult thing to do because it could also continue down to VWAP or the 9, right? But you could buy there because of this. So you have high volume. What happened? Why can't I draw? Okay. High volume, but the volume is coming down as it's coming down to the MA, right? So you can buy the lowest candle, the tightest and lowest volume candle. So the tightest candle and the lowest volume, you can actually buy that candle with a stop below here. You can do that, or maybe below here, or here. I don't know how you trade, wherever. You can do that. Or you bit more conservative, you buy, because if you go really close here, you see it goes below that. So this is a key reversal candle, like it's going, it's not really, it's almost, because it's not going below that, but it's going the whole body, so it's at least, it's a very strong 2 up candle. It's just a strong candle coming after this compression and after this volume down move. And look at that volume, that's much stronger and more similar to these, right? And then it does it again, and then more volume, right? And same thing here. So what does the ADX do? It's flatline, which is fine. It can still, the high level is the most important. After a while, if it goes sideways a long while, it's actually going to come back down, but you can still buy it because of the high level, and it's expected to come down after time passes, but it's still buyable because of the high level. So, but it might be coming down for other reasons, because like 10 is like 990 or whatever. It's like just a very even level. So I'm not sure where we started the video, but maybe it was here or here. I'm not sure. I actually don't remember, but we're up a few percent after that. And from here, no matter where you bought it, even if you bought it a bit conservative, you were never stopped out. The price never came back, and you're up 50% if you hold. And like it's holding above the 9 close all the way here. This is the first close below 9, and that's danger signal. Actually, I'm gonna use the one that's following first, but then 20 is more important, and especially like this is in post market. That's very different than other post and pre market is very different than other things. And this is day trading for real. And normally I would never look at like the 1 minute, but all is contextual. I'm a swing trader, so I do look at the 5 minute, but my main are the daily and the hourly, because I trade like 3-5 days. I have a smaller account, and if you listen to the person I listen to the most is the infamous Swedish trader. I'm going to say Havaster, but it's not. No, it's Christian Kullamägi, and he's. So I'm all over the place now, but he recommends that if you have like less than 1 million account, you should be trading higher ADR stocks with the advantage of the edge that you can go to small caps and micro caps, and you can get these moves. And he probably can't even trade this stock, like, because it's not liquid enough, like, for him, even though it's a lot of volume here. But yeah, maybe he can trade in the open like tomorrow if he cared for it, but that's neither here nor there. So that's how, like, so I was gonna show you strong stocks, and now this one came, and instead this video became how to day trade in the post market on the 1 minute chart using ADX. Well, I guess that's it. So the 20 is more important than the 9, but the overruling for that is what it's actually using is what's most important. So if you want to be conservative and you trade here in the post market and you trade here half conservative, you never stop. You're always in the money, unless of course you have slippage, but still then you will be in the money very soon, and then you can just sell on the second close below the MA it has been following. or or the first if it like really drops, but the second close you would sell here, and you would have 40, including slippage. Let's say you get some slippage on both ends, you get 39% on that, and then you close down shop. You don't have to do anything more. Look now, as we've been speaking, duration. So this is like 1 minute still. So now it's actually pointing down. And one actually doesn't have to be scared of that. Dependent, of course, how much it's sloping down and how fast. But that's to be expected. And it could probably still, yeah, I think 10 is a bit strong, but let's close this one down and let's go back to 5. And let's move away the ADX. And let's move this down so we can see better. So, and then we go, so I'm going to pause this video, and this was part 2, and now I need to do part 3 because I can't follow my own ideas. So, yeah.